Say the weird thing. People are desperately seeking realness.
Some of y'all parents are raising boys that will become rapists if they already are not. Now, I don't say that to be controversial or antagonistic or inflammatory, but I say it because of my 20-year history working with girls and women. Admittedly, I am just wrapping a session with another teenager who has an SA trauma history that occurred in elementary and middle school. And so it just had me thinking about every single person I've served, every person I know in my life, right? And there are very few that don't have an SA trauma history. And the similarities with all of these predators are pretty much astoundingly the same. If you are a parent, like if you're that boy mom who acquiesces to your son's every and most minute whim, it's a red flag. If you're that absentee dad who just intermittently interacts with their son only game time, when there's a basketball game, a football game, but never to help them with their homework every night, never to just talk to them about what they're experiencing at school, you show up for birthday parties on the odd years, it's a red flag. It's a red flag. And here's the thing, right? The personality traits and behaviors of adult abusive men are the same personality and behavior traits of boys that you see on the playground. If you go back and check out my first pinned video, I talk about the private school that my daughter used to go to. Abington Friends School, Quaker school, she and I and other families left traumatized. And let me tell you what I saw on the playground. I have talked about some of these parents and their children, but there's always that one, right? That one who is like the class bully. Red flag. If you are a parent of a child who struggles with problem solving, who cannot, address conflict in a reasonable way, red flag. If you are the same student who isolates their friends, right? Because you get very jealous when they're talking to other friends or playing with other friends, another red flag. If your child is at the playground and can never admit when they're wrong, apologize, offer some type of atonement for any harm, triple red flag. If you're also the parent of a child a son specifically, who has very rigid ideas around gender roles, like your son is a kid like, oh, you can't play basketball, you're a girl. You can't play baseball, you're a girl. Red flag. I have seen this child throughout the course of my career, but I particularly saw this child at my child's former private school. And there's an old video I told you I shared last summer at camp. I saw this child looking down this girl's t-shirt. And what did he do? He brought someone that was much more, meek-mannered to do the same thing with him. And I say this to say, your little sweet child, right, who seems very meek and very gentle, will also be the same type of rapist as the one who's just has red flags around them. It's as if they were just walking down the street painted red and blue with bells on. You can spot them a mile away because both of them are insecure and both of them are neglected. And so if you're that parent that allows your child to play with that bully, trust me, his self-esteem is being chipped away because he's being abused by that child. And what is he going to do? He's going to enact that same abuse on a little girl. I've seen it. And it's manageable. It's something that you can turn around. Y'all just need to get invested in your children's lives. Truly, that is literally it. Be better parents.